What's good? So I made a video last week called Lack of Communication. If you haven't watched it yet, I suggest you go do so before watching this video because they both kind of ties together. The lack of dating that this generation have is worse than the communication. We all know that communication is everything and you can't really go anywhere without communicating. But let's just say that the communication is going well, but you're lacking dating. When I say lack of dating, dating nowadays isn't how it's supposed to be. Dating nowadays is a guy going up to the girl's house, honking the horn, or either texting the girl telling her that he's outside. That's a bad impression that you're putting on her parents and her. Let her parents know that it's you taking her out and not some stranger, because they don't know who picking up their daughter. Just simply walk to the door and speak to them. But moving on further to the date, I feel like wherever you are or whatever you're doing, you should not be on your phone. All your attention should be on that person you with. Your parents ain't texting you because they know where you at. So whatever else you feel like you need to check, that can wait, unless it's an emergency. Communicate when you're on a date. If you don't know much about the other person, learn something. Learn everything about that person. I'm gonna just throw in the relationship part of dating because it's a little similar, so it's worth speaking on. The lack of dating and relationships ties with the lack of communication. You ever wonder why people call the first 3 months the cupcake stage? Couples are all over each other, they going on dates a lot. But it's like as soon as they hit that mark, everything becomes less or just ends altogether. And of course you're gonna get annoyed of your boyfriend or girlfriend. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's just something about how they change drastically and you just say it's not that same person that you started liking months ago. And it should never get to that point, no matter how annoying they get or how mad they make you. You should love them no matter what because they still there. They didn't give up on you. But it's like as soon as that change happens, you don't know what to do anymore. Y'all gotta start communicating more. I'm not talking about with just regular conversations. I'm talking about telling them how you feel about anything. And the other person should do what they have to do so they won't make that mistake again. If they really love you, keep each other happy and that relationship will last. But both of y'all gotta put in the work to make it last. People act like being in a relationship is such hard work. You know, it really isn't that hard unless you make it that way. I know that when you're single, you don't have to worry about anybody. But I guarantee you, at some point, you're gonna miss it or you're gonna want it. No matter how long you stay single, it's gonna hit you. Having somebody to support you and just be there for you is the best thing in the world. I've literally just learned that people don't communicate with others because others don't try to see where they're coming from. They don't look at that person's perspective of the situation. They don't think about how they would feel if they were going through what that person was going through. Because people are getting too mad about stuff, so they just shut the person down or they don't even listen to what they have to say. Better yet, understand what they have to say. That's why almost every relationship or friendship fails. You gotta take it real slow when it comes to relationships. Don't rush things. If you don't rush it, everything will fall into place. Don't be so quick to do something if it's not a necessity. Most of y'all that watch me are pretty young. There's nothing wrong with being in a relationship, but don't treat it like a marriage. Ease with it slowly and it'll be something that you could consider a marriage. Overall, don't hesitate to tell someone how you feel. The problem could be easily resolved if you both just listen and understand. Life is too short to be mad at people or waiting for something to happen. Even when you know it's not gonna work. Do whatever you gotta do right now. Fix it and make it work or leave it alone and move on. It's your choice. If y'all still ain't listening,